What is the best thing that has happened to investors over the last few years, let's say last 10 years? What is the best thing to have happened? So, one is an immediate reaction would be costs have come down. You can buy mutual funds today at a much lower cost than what you could have bought a few years ago. It is true even in US where the sales cost and all would lead to an 8% kind of a load. In India it had a 2% kind of a load. So in India also that 2% load has gone, and competition among mutual funds and a little bit of a stick from the regulator has brought down the cost of funds, cost of buying mutual funds for all of us, right? So is that the best thing? Or I was a broker myself, so I know that in equity broking also the benefits of lower pricing have been passed on to the customer. In the mutual fund space, the person who's been crushed is the person in between. Not that the fund houses have themselves reduced their costs, no, their costs have not gone down much. There is still scope for those costs to go down. So are these the best things that seem to have happened over the last few years? My answer is no, these are not the best things that seem to have happened. The best things that have happened are something different, but let me come to some more things. Technology has meant that you can now deal with, you can buy and sell very quickly, right? You can buy it on your mobile, you can buy it on your phone, you can buy it on the net, right? Earlier you had to just call up a broker, he would go and execute the order and all that. So all those things have gone. Online trading so has this been the best? My answer is no. This has not been the best. In fact, some of this has actually been bad for the investor because the ease at which you can buy and sell is not really good. It has caused us as much harm also. The benefit of trading quickly is much less than what you think, because the number of trades that you do is not very high. The number of trades is high only if you're a trader. If you're an investor, actually it has become a little tough because every day there is so much of information being bombarded on you that you can't really sit calm and tight over a nice portfolio. For people like us, we have been huge beneficiaries of sitting tight. That's not true, that's not happening for you. You cannot really sit tight simply because too much is being thrown at you. So what is the best thing that has happened? Well, undeniably the best thing that has happened is you getting access to amazingly good and big body of work. So many books are available online for free. So many books are available at a very, very nominal price. We couldn't access many of those books. We had to go to the British Council library and search, and we wouldn't find American books. You went to the USIS, it took a long time to go in, and of course the security was not as bad as it is now. But searching for these books, you didn't even know which books you had to read, and you take 1 hour or 2 hours just to find which books to read. Now today, if you want to know which books to read, just go to my blog, go to Subramani, and there I have put the best books to read. It's a very long list, it will take you a very long time to read that, right? So many good people, Bogle, and then you have, you name it, Jason, Taleb, and all their works are available to you. You have Morningstar, you have the kind of stuff that is there. You have, of course, Indian books may mean only basically Parag Parikh, and not really many Indian good quality investors have written books, so that is a problem. But then you have access, and you have access to YouTube. The kind of stuff that is available, believe me, if you want to really be a good investor, Sanjay Bhattacharya, so many places where he has spoken, Ramdev Agarwal, Rakesh, you just name it, Shankar Sharma, you get completely different points of view, right, when you hear all these people speak. Vivek Kaul, who speaks about the economy, you may agree, may not agree, Deepak Shenoy, you just name it, and I wish more women, right? I wish more women investors come out and more women investors become financial planners. You will get that angle also, because not enough of them are writing, are definitely not writing in a big way. So that has been the reminding me of Sir Isaac Newton saying, I can see because of the shoulders on which I am standing, right? So typically Virat Kohli comes in and gets the benefit of Dhoni being available to him. So exactly like that for all of us, reading the among the quantum of work which is available, I mean it is really huge. So I had written a post on this. Let me see the names of people whose books I have read and written about. Yeah, it is a lack of understanding of compounding which has meant that a lot of people have not been able to create wealth. But I think the best thing to happen to investors, yeah, the number of people who have read Graham, Buffett, Soros, Bernstein, Motley Fool, Zivig, Prabhupada, right? It is really huge. So I remember when we were younger and we had to do an analysis. I remember doing the work for somebody called Supreme Industries. It was 1988. It would take us 3 days to just compare them to competitors. We had to make same size analysis. So bringing everything to a base of 100 and doing all the trouble. Today everything is available at the flip of a switch. You either have access to something like Bloomberg, or at least you make do with something like Money Control, which is data is available to you. Beyond that, if you want, you can go to the company balance sheet and just go and download any company you name, and the balance sheet is available on its website. And if there is a company which has a website and its balance sheet is not available on its website, that's a fantastic signal for you to avoid the company. The full unabridged balance sheet is available on the website. So whether it is Biocon or Infosys or whichever company you want, you don't have to buy one share just to get the balance sheet and then wait for 1 year to get the balance sheet. Last 1 year, 2 year, 3 years data, everything is available. I think the IT revolution in terms of information which is available to us, the quality of research that is available to us and available for free or available for a very, very nominal payment, that is the biggest thing that has happened. If you don't use this, it's your problem, right? It's your fault that you're not using the amazing stuff that is being made available to us. Reducing trading costs, believe me, is a very, very small factor. It doesn't really matter because in a year I don't pay too much of brokerage. Do I pay 1% of my portfolio as brokerage? No way, I don't pay anywhere near that as brokerage. So that is not really the big saver. The big saving is more like the quality of material that is available to us to read, to write, and the more that I read, the greater I can write and create videos like this. But far more importantly, it has given me a very focused portfolio. I've reduced the size of my portfolio and I can so much disagree with so many big people who are talking. For example, when I go and talk about asset allocation and I tell them, look, I am talking about asset allocation for you, doesn't mean I do asset allocation for myself. I can be blunt about that. I keep telling people, as long as my household expenses is less than the dividend that I receive, I don't really worry too much about asset allocation, right? But typically you look at an Azim Premji or a Ratan Tata, obviously there is nothing called asset allocation because they would, if you go by the normal rules, they should be having only about 20% in equity, the remaining should be in debt. But look at their portfolios, there must be some 98% in equity. So you understand that the rules which you make for some people may not be applicable to some others. All this you learn only when you read people like Bernstein and stuff like that, and you realize how much of wealth is available to you thrown open just because there is something called internet, and all these giants, all their learning is available to you at the flip of a switch. That is to me the best thing that has happened since the IT revolution. Thank you.